Welcome to Secrets from the Saddle podcast. I'm Sylvie, your host, fellow cyclist, bike club founder, cycling coach, bike race junkie, just truly super passionate about cycling. My journey with cycling started 20 years ago when I opened a spin studio, started a women's race team, and founded a women's only cycling club called Cycle Fit Chicks. I'm super thrilled to reveal all aspects that make the world of cycling operate. I'm so excited to be able to bring you interesting people from around the world, pro cyclists, recreational cyclists, coaches, event organizers, bike shop owners, everything and everyone you need to know or ever wondered about when it comes to cycling. I know you'll enjoy this episode. This podcast episode is sponsored by Shopify Queen Sarah Jensel of Jensel & Co. Do you currently have a Shopify site selling products or services that aren't performing as well as you're hoping? Or do you have a product or service you'd love to sell, but you have no idea where to start? Well, my girl, Sarah Jensel, the Shopify Queen, is a person to talk to. She is amazing and brilliant at branding and is currently helping me completely revamp my website on Shopify to showcase my new brand and selling my products. So if this sounds like something you've been looking for, please reach out to her on IG at Sarah Jensel, that's Jansel. Leave her the code Sylvie, that's Sylvie, and she will add you to her free Shopify Facebook group, where she coaches weekly on Shopify strategies and has tons of content to help you in your Shopify journey to building your online business. So don't forget, DM her on Instagram at Sarah Jensel, Jansel, and leave her the code Sylvie. She'll reach out and add you to her community. Thank you very much and have an amazing day and enjoy the episode. Hey gangs, Sylvie here, Secrets from the Saddle, All Things Cycling podcast, your host, and it's Friday's Coaching Corner. So I thought I'd come in here. I wasn't quite sure what to talk about today because sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what to talk about. And I would love suggestions. What kind of coaching tips would you like to hear about? So please, go and, send me a DM on Instagram or put it in the, if you're following this on YouTube, put it in the comments and I will definitely accommodate. So I thought today, I'm just going to tell you what's happening this weekend. So this weekend is kind of like a little redemption weekend. I hate to call it that, but after not making it to coast, which really, really worked out in the end for so many reasons, I can't even tell you. You might have been watching the stories on Instagram, so don't forget to follow there. So I was really not feeling good. And my car broke down here, so I just there's so many reasons I could have been stranded in the United States, or maybe not even made it to the event, or even to Toronto for that matter. So I think the universe is just telling me something, and thankfully I paid attention to it because it could have been really, really bad and really expensive. So there's one thing. Pay attention to your gut. Your gut knows. And if the universe is telling you something, you really should pay attention. So that's number one. Number two is, so I signed up for this. It's called the Reggie Ramble. So it's much closer. It's near Cobourg, Ontario. And it seems like a really cool little festival. So a bunch of us, the ladies from my women's cycling club, Cycle Fit Chicks, are going there this weekend. And there's an event on Saturday at 65K or 130K or 200K. And the cool thing about this is that there's 3 different loops. So for the 65K, it's one loop. Then you do a separate loop that will add up to the 130K. So you do one loop, then a second loop, and then you add a third loop if you're doing 200. So it's kind of cool. And I'm going to try and get them get an interview with them, because that would be really cool, since participating and all that. And so that's where I'm heading. Going to be doing 130 gravel. I have no expectations. I'm going there to have fun. I'm going there to experience. And yeah, I've done 100K on gravel. That took me a while. So we're going to go 130, and there's a couple of us doing 130, so that's going to be more fun. But here's something that I wanted to talk about. And I know I've talked about this before, and it's nutrition. Nutrition, everybody. You cannot expect, if you're going to be an athlete and you're going to be riding tons and you're working out and everything, you cannot get wrapped up with these FAD diets of intermittent fasting and low calorie and low carb and low fat and keto diets. It doesn't work for athletes. Any coach will tell you that you cannot subscribe to these kind of diets, because they're not sustainable, and they're definitely not going to give you the energy that you need to be an athlete. And when I say an athlete, I talk about anybody who is not hanging out on the couch, who is out walking, hiking, biking, running, doing all these things. That makes you an athlete in my eyes, no matter what age or what size you are. So here's the thing. And I had a conversation with a woman this morning who is a little bit older than I am, and she was looking to drop 50 pounds. She's a cyclist. She's been very active throughout her life. She had an injury, packed on some pounds, COVID, packed on some pounds, and now the inflammation and the weight is really starting to weigh on her. So she realizes that she needs to do something. So I had mentioned meal replacement shakes, and that's what I have been using for 10 years. And they make up, this product line that I use probably makes up like 40% of my daily intake. And I'm not even kidding. For sheer convenience and nutritional balance, I use these products, and I wouldn't so they have like a plethora of everything that I need on a daily basis. They have meal replacement shakes that has 24 grams or 36 grams protein, carbs, and fat. So 24 grams protein or 36, and then 24 grams carbs and fat. There's probiotics in there. There's healthy gut enzymes, which is probiotics, and all the vitamins and minerals that my body needs on a daily basis. So I do that, and I take their electrolytes. I take their collagen. I take their repair for joint support that has collagen, tart cherry, and turmeric in it. I use their protein powder because it's super clean. Anyways, so you can see that it has like pretty much everything that I need as an athlete. So it supplements a whole lot that I am either too lazy or just in too much of a rush to make food. So I supplement with these, and I use them a lot when I race as well. There's bars too. So why would I go somewhere else? So anyways, I was talking about this. I'm coaching a group, a 6-week hill climbing program where I'm teaching a different aspect of hill climbing every weekend, or every week. And I mentioned because, before coming out, you have to eat. You cannot show up to these programs and train and expect to, have a good experience or get anything out of it if you have not eaten, right? Like at 6 p.m. and your last meal was like at 1. Like, it doesn't work. It does not work. It will never work. Don't expect it to work. So anyways, I have a shake before that. I put extra calories in it, like avocado and banana, and that sustains me for a good hour plus
for teaching. So I was talking about this, and I said, if anybody's interested, just reach out. And so she reached out, and I always, as a coach, find out what you're doing, what you're eating, what have you been doing, like your whole history before I can even suggest that maybe my product, suggests like a recommendation of what I think might work for you. Because what I'm doing might not work for you. Like a lot of people are like not into supplements, but let's face it, vitamin C is a supplement. Vitamin D is a supplement. So if you're taking any kind of vitamins, you're supplementing because you're not getting it otherwise. So that's what supplementation is. Protein powder, supplementation. So I got on the phone and we're chatting, and she's very busy volunteering, and she's packed on all this weight. But the thing is that she doesn't eat until 11. She hasn't, it's the same story for a lot of people. Don't eat till 11, have their coffee, have a salad, I don't want to hear that you have a salad. Salads are like 90% water. They have no nutritional consistency. It's everything that you slap onto it that add up to the calories. And for me, salad is a waste of time. Unless it's, like kale or spinach or, something that's really healthy. Broccoli salad, like something like that. I want to welcome you to my backyard. My chickens are way over there. So in a lot of cases, I find that people don't eat enough. They don't eat enough. First, they don't eat breakfast. They don't have enough protein. And, and at the end of the night, they're always snacking. And that's where you get the weight gain. So the thing is that how long have you had that habit going on for? And how do you reverse it and add back slowly how to get back healthy again? And then is your partner like that? Like, are they going to be a positive or negative influence for you? Like, are they going to make fun of you because you're having shakes for breakfast? Are you going to get that kind of backlash? Because that deters a lot of people, and it's sad because your partner is going to sabotage your, you're wanting to get healthy. So here's the thing. I think I've gone off topic a lot of time. Well, what is the thing? So we need to consider eating the right amount of calories to keep our bodies fueled. Another bad thing is going into depletion all the time. And that means like bonking or like just not eating enough to sustain the kind of training that we want to do. And also getting what we want out of our training. I haven't even touched on sleep, and I'm not going to, but nutrition and making sure that you're putting the right amount. And there's a certain amount of protein, we need fats, we need all sorts of things, but it's then comes down to the end of the day, what kind of choices are you making to get all of that? Are you doing the right amount of prep at home? So here's a little tip for protein, and it's been working for me for decades, because I find a protein is the hardest thing to come by in your fridge if it's not already prepared, is that just preparing your protein. So what does that look like? So yesterday I cooked up about like 10 chicken breasts. So what I do is I take everything in the fridge kind of, and I make this like water, like a liquid mixture of, it could be like pickle juice and, like something else, some mustard, and I mix it all together and I cook the chicken in it. I put some rosemary on top at 250 for about an hour until they're cooked. And then I take them out and I chop them all up into small pieces, and then I weigh it for 5 ounces a bag. I bag it, and then I freeze it. Okay, so 5 ounces is the maximum you can eat. Your body will absorb over like throwing it into like creating fat. So if you eat like 8 ounces all the time, well, only five of the ounces your body can literally absorb, and the rest hangs out on your body. It goes and, you know, turns into fat, sits on your ass. So 3 to 5 ounces. So if you pre-package and freeze it, then all you have to do is take your protein out. It's a proper serving, and add it to whatever you're eating. So whether it's salad, whether it's rice, whether it's, you know, like pasta, you have, or like sandwich, you have your protein already prepared. And that has helped me immensely because, you know, right now it's almost lunchtime. I'm going to go and get some protein, and there's some pasta in there, and I'll put a little salad on the side. And that's gonna be my meal. So it takes very little time because there's always an abundance of carbs around, right? Like it can be anything. You want bread, you want crackers, you want pasta, you know, like there's always carbs around. But it's hard to get protein, and a lot of people are missing protein. So if you're wondering how much protein you should be taking in per serving, or per day, I should say, it's 1 gram per pound. I'm 130 pounds, 130 grams. No less than 0.75. And if you're a bodybuilder, if you train tons, then it can go up to 2. So you need to supplement as well. You know, where am I going to get 130 grams in 3-4 meals? So I might need to add some. So there you have it. It's so important to pay attention to your fueling. I can talk at nausea about this, but it does take time to put your routine into order and then maintaining it. So many people get into a good routine, and then they start losing weight and feeling great, and then they're like, why do I have to continue this? You know, go back to the way I was. It's like, that doesn't work. You're not going to maintain anything healthy if you're going to go put all that effort to getting to this certain state and then reversing and going back. Like, why did you even bother? So it also is a mental state of changing your mentality to a mentality of a life of health. Like, this is what you're switching to, and you're not going to waver from it. And once you make that commitment to yourself, you're unstoppable. You will achieve anything you want, and you'll go far beyond. And this is where, like, your partner needs to get on board, because at the end of the day, when you are making those lifestyle changes and your partner isn't, it becomes a big conflict, and that's a whole other conversation. But it's always good to engage your partner with you as friendly as you can, and so you do these changes together. Or maybe you're the person who is, you know, watching your partner get super healthy, and they've been bugging you, and you just don't want to because you're stubborn because they've been bugging you, right? That scenario. I don't want to because he's been bugging me, and he bugs me all the time, and you know, so make that commitment. It's so much fun being healthy together. It's not fun being one's healthy and one's unhealthy, because it never ends up working well. So with that, I hope you have an amazing day. If you have any questions about what I've been talking about, please DM me, because it makes a huge difference when you make a shift and you incorporate maybe some extra products into your lifestyle that will help you get healthier. And so it's all about helping and suggesting and serving. because at the end of the day, it just makes your life and your moods and everything, your energy levels, so much better. So with that, love you all, and hope you're enjoying your weekend, and we'll see you on the next Coach's Corner. And don't forget, we have a sign up, a newsletter you can sign up for. Link is in the bio, and so you don't ever miss another episode of our podcast. And also, I am adding healthful cycling tips in there as well. So, the fall is almost upon us. What are you doing for training? I'm going to offer up some suggestions to join me. So we'll see you there. Take care. Bye.
Thank you so much for spending this time with me on the Secrets from the Saddle podcast, learning more about sighting people, places, and things that make cycling such an exciting sport. I am so glad you stopped by today. Please leave me a review if you feel so moved to do so. I would love to hear your feedback. And if you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would enjoy it, I would be forever grateful. Also, if you could please leave me a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving me an honest thought and an honest comment, telling me what you think, and most importantly, tell me what you'd like to hear more of. It would really help me to bring more great, inspiring cycling stories to you. Until then, have an amazing day. Make sure you ride your bike. And don't forget to visit my YouTube channel if you'd like to see the full version of this podcast live.